I felt with the recent activity around Facebook that I needed to address my learnings and my experience with Facebook and why I think it's so important. One of you wrote me an email today asking, with the increase in price of Facebook, should I sell it at $300? Absolutely not. Facebook is not going to be affected by this boycott negatively for any length of time. And there's some good reasons why it isn't going to be. First of all, I think if you ask most people, what is Facebook? They would tell you it's a social media company. It's not. It's a cloud czar. It is one of 5 companies that owns most of the data on the people of the United States and many other parts of the country. If you ask most people, including the media, including most investment advisors, they would tell you it's a U.S. company and its largest market is the U.S. That is not true. Its largest market is India. I told you several weeks ago that they bought Jidu, I believe it's pronounced. India's, or bought 10% of it, which is India's largest telecommunication company. So Facebook is becoming a communication company. In India, the average wage is somewhere around $3,156. So they don't have a whole lot of money to spend on a whole lot of anything. So Facebook becomes an extremely valuable source to them to communicate. It also becomes an opportunity for shopping and banking. And Facebook will step into that role. Again, it's free, as opposed to going down and setting up a bank account. And if you only are making $3,158 a year, you aren't going to probably be setting up a bank account, but you're going to want to transact financial transactions with people. And if you have a cell phone and you have a Facebook account, you will be able to do that. So this is the role that Facebook is moving into. So what is the effect of the boycott? Well, it will hit them for about 5% of their revenues. And even that being said, their revenues are growing because they do more business with small companies than they do with large companies. So Facebook is a stock you want to continue to own. I've written a blog, but I don't have a blog, about what I've learned about Facebook. Someday in the future, I will put a blog on bestofusinvestors.com, but that's not there. I have other priorities at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the data that I have found that have brought me to these conclusions on my morning market plan. Now, for those of you who are new to this channel, I put out a morning market plan which details what I have discovered over the past 24 hours and what my plans are for investment in that day and any time in the near future. Now, since I don't have to put a stamp on the envelope, all I have to do is click my send button on my Constant Contact account. I don't charge anything for this newsletter, but you need to give me your email address. Then you'll go to bestofusinvestors.com and do that, and I will send you that. I will put the information on Facebook, the details, the numbers, in tomorrow's morning plan. What risk is there then in Facebook? The risk lies in Mark. The risk lies in Mark and his team's capability of dealing with the leaders of the world, of dealing with the Donald Trumps of India, of Africa, the various nations there, of the people in the countries where you might live, in the EU, or some of the blocks of what used to be the Soviet Union. He needs to be aware that he is going to have to be a diplomat to deal with how data, how information, how hate speech is transmitted over Facebook. He's done a lot to give you, as the user, the ability to delete that. I have some people that I am related to that I just do not accept Facebook posts from. And that is because I don't like the way they talk. So you have that ability. And I think Mark needs to emphasize and strengthen that so that if there is a contingent that wants to badmouth another contingent and I don't like it, I don't have to see it. And that, I think, is the answer to the biggest problem that Mark faces. And I think the quicker that we realize that and adapt to it, Mark's troubles are going to become lesser and lesser. So my belief is there are 5, 6 companies that are not in China that are going to take us into the future. And they are IBM, Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, and Google. They are the people who own the cloud. And the cloud is full of data that they have been gathering over the last, since the internet opened, since you first pushed the Google search or the Facebook like or whatever. That data is now gold. That data is going to power the digital revolution, the digital economy, and it is going to be where you need to invest your money. Now, I did a video yesterday that I just want to reemphasize. I was asked, how do you make more money in the stock market? First of all, I think you invest in these companies and you keep investing in these companies. But secondly, is you get more money in the stock market. You raise your skills at whatever you do so that your employer has to pay you more to keep you. That is the fastest way you can make more money. I had always told my children, your best employment opportunity is with the company that you're currently working for, not with someone else. Don't go interview someone else before you interview your supervisor and tell them you want more money. That's where how you will make more in the stock market. I believe if you and I work together, I can show you how to make I can show you how you can make 20 to 30% on your investments in the stock market. Is that a guarantee? No. Is it something, am I your financial advisor? No. I got an email said, all these other people on the internet talk about stocks and they always emphasize that they're not a financial advisor. But he says, I think you are a financial advisor, aren't you? I said, I used to be. I am not any longer. In fact, you may have noticed on some of my older videos, you'll see I put CFP, CHFC, and CLU. Those were my financial advisor designations. I don't want you to think that I am your financial advisor, because if something goes wrong, and it will go wrong sometime in the future, I don't want you suing me because you thought I was your financial advisor. Let's get that on the table and be done with it. I am not, so don't sue me. Okay, I think I said I will put this article that I wrote about Facebook in my market plan for tomorrow. If you want it, sign up for it, and let's grow our wealth together.